Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Lynn Tang here with Chuang. Now we are on to stocks with momentum. We have two, both are flagged with negative momentum, and this is brought to you by the Edge Research. So the first one is Oriental Interest Berhad. Shares today down 1.3%, but if you look at the past 1 year, this stock is actually trading at close to a 1-year high of RM3.18, and maybe hence it's pegged as a negative momentum. Chuang.
Yeah, exactly. But the volume traded today was just about 14,000 shares, tiny minuscule stuff. Again, another under the radar story. 28% year-to-date increase, 22% 12 months basis. So this is stock which has its fingers in a few pies, right? Property development, oil palm plantations, as well as some building materials, dried wood, sawn timber, solid doors, that kind of stuff. It's trying to get into property development where the yields are better. They bought 103 plots of land for about 109 million ringgit.
20 million ringgit.
For 20 million ringgit, about 109 ringgit per square foot. So that's in Dunkil slang.
So this announcement was actually back in September 11. So they're going to, in terms of its announcement to Bursa, it says it's too premature to reveal what's the development plan yet. But they did say that with this buying of land in Sepang, it intends to strengthen its presence in the central region of Peninsular Malaysia. Now, if you look at the fourth quarter net profit, it's been rather flat, but revenue has doubled. For the whole financial 2015, net profit has doubled as well, and revenue rose 125%. And the company attributed this to actually its property development and general construction segments, which are actually its major contributors, all palm marginally to the group.
Correct, but then you have to say it makes quite a lot of sense to try and try and do less in oil palm because, as we know, palm oil prices are at multi-year lows. It's had a bit of relief in the last couple of weeks, but still, the overall trend is quite big. The other catalyst to the share price, Lynn, is the fact that they've also announced a bonus issue, 3 for every 5 shares, so a bit of ecstasy in the share price. But you can say that it's probably it's on the wane right now because it is very near a 52-week high, and therefore there's some negativity creeping into the stock.
Yeah, in terms of the share size, it's quite a small, not a very big company, right? Talking about 90 million shares outstanding, market cap about close to 300 million ringgit. But okay, let's move on to our next next stocks momentum, right? So the next one we have is this company called Genetec. Genetec Technology Berhad, right? So this shares up 3% today at 17 cent. Year to date is up 32% of some volume of 12.8 million shares. And this company, Chuang, what it does is that it develops industrial automated equipment for high technology related manufacturing companies. Could you explain it in layman terms, please?
So they make the stuff that makes manufacturing processes easier and more efficient, right? So they make things like conveyor belts. It designs stuff for things like the automotive sector, consumer sector, electronic sector, hard disk drives, medical devices. So anything which is manufacturing related and which requires machinery, so they make the stuff and make it better and smoother.
So they make the bits and pieces for all this.
The bits and pieces, conveyor belts, automation systems, transportation systems, etc. They make some metalwork, design and fabrication as well.
Okay, Chuang. So now looking at it financially, so it has a great set of first quarter financial 2016 results. Net profit of 4.5 million ringgit. Now this is 10 times if you compare it to the previous year's quarter of only about 400,000 ringgit. Revenue rose 76%. Now the company has attributed this to higher sales volume and forex gains. But I don't know, it doesn't really state a breakdown in terms of how much of its sales are actually in USD.
Well, look, I think for me the key thing here, Lynn, is the fact that they made more in the first quarter, or 4.5 million ringgit in terms of net profit than all of 2015, right? So the thing is, where has this come from? And in June, I think there was a clue because in June they announced new orders of about 27 million ringgit, 93% of which came from the electronic sector, the the contract manufacturing sector. And we, in our segment, have always been talking about contract makers, contract manufacturers making lots of profits from US dollar earnings, BS Industry, Unisams, MPIs, doing really, really well because of better orders from overseas. And then the exchange rate upside from all that. So if you look at it from that perspective, that is why stuff like companies like Genetec are benefiting as well.
Now, 27 million ringgit is good for them because 2015 you mentioned about 5 million ringgit net profit, and the previous year is also about 5 million ringgit. But to wrap it all up, today we have two stocks with momentum, both flagged with negative momentum. First one is Oriental Interest Berhad. The company is actually steering itself more towards property development, which yields better margins, but it's trading at a close to 1-year high now. Second one, Genetec Technology Berhad. What it does is it designs industrial automated equipment. It's got about 27 million ringgit of orders back in June, but it's also flagged with negative momentum.